Hello, my name is Shona, one of the diabetes specialist dietitians here in NHS Grampian. This session is for anyone with type 2 diabetes who is following the online Healthy Helping sessions and is on diet treatment only or diet and medication treatment for their diabetes. If you are treated with insulin or other injectables, please contact your GP practice and ask for a referral to a dietitian for a one-to-one appointment where we can give more tailored advice. Healthy Helpings will provide you with lots of information on healthy eating, healthy living, and making small, maintainable changes for your health. But if you have type 2 diabetes, there are some extra points you need to consider to get the most from Healthy Helpings for your weight and for your diabetes control. So in this session, we are going to cover what is diabetes, the benefits of weight loss in type 2 diabetes, remission of type 2, carbohydrates, glycemic index, and finishing off with some key points for you to remember as you move forward with Healthy Helpings. So let's get started. We are now going to show a short video from Diabetes UK to recap on what type 2 diabetes is.
About 90% of people with diabetes have type 2 diabetes. If you've got type 2, the insulin your pancreas makes can't work properly, or your pancreas can't make enough insulin. And we all need insulin to live. It does an essential job. It allows the glucose in our blood to enter our cells and fuel our bodies. When you have type 2 diabetes, your body still breaks down carbohydrate from your food and drink and turns it into glucose. The pancreas responds to this by releasing insulin. But because this insulin can't work properly, blood glucose levels keep rising, so more insulin is released. For some people with type 2 diabetes, this can eventually tire the pancreas out, meaning their body makes less and less insulin. This causes even higher blood glucose levels. So what does this mean? Well, as your body can't get enough glucose into your cells, a common symptom of type 2 diabetes is feeling very tired. Other symptoms include needing to wee a lot, feeling extremely thirsty, cuts and grazes healing slowly, and getting infections like thrush. A lot of people don't get any symptoms or they don't notice them. Some people don't think the symptoms are important, so don't ask for help. This means that people can live with type 2 diabetes for up to 10 years before being diagnosed. And over a long period of time, high glucose levels in your blood can seriously damage your heart, your eyes, your feet, and your kidneys. These are known as the complications of diabetes. But with the right treatment and care, the effects of diabetes and high glucose levels can be managed. So if you've got any of these symptoms, see a doctor as soon as possible. There are different ways of treating type 2 diabetes. Some people can manage it by healthier eating, being more active and losing weight. Eventually, most people will need medication to bring their blood glucose down to a safe level. Whatever the treatment, everyone with type 2 diabetes needs to learn how to live with it. We help people do exactly that. Take a look at our website to see how we can help you. Our researchers are also investigating ways to put type 2 diabetes into remission, so people's blood glucose levels return to normal and stay there. And they're finding out more and more about type 2 diabetes, so that we can do more to prevent it, find new ways to treat it, and one day find a cure.
So now let's look at the benefits of weight loss. If you're overweight and have type 2 diabetes, losing weight is the most important thing you can do to help control your blood glucose levels and reduce the risk of diabetes complications in the future. Losing weight can help lower blood cholesterol and lower blood pressure, both of which will lower your risk of stroke and heart disease, reduce the need for diabetes, blood pressure and blood cholesterol medication, and improve what's called insulin resistance. We know that when somebody with type 2 diabetes is carrying extra body weight, especially around the abdomen, this can lead to what's called insulin resistance. As you can see from the picture, extra weight around your middle means fat can build up around your organs like your liver and pancreas. This means that the insulin you produce or the insulin you inject doesn't work properly. This will lead to your blood sugar levels increasing. So along with keeping an eye on your weight, we would also encourage you to keep an eye on your waist size. This video from Diabetes UK shows you how to measure your waist.
Hi, I'm Rohit, and I'm going to show you how to easily and accurately measure your waist. Whether you think you are at risk or living with diabetes, knowing your waist size is important. Your waist measurement isn't your jean size. You will need to be more accurate than that. It only takes a minute, and all you need is a tape measure. Stand up. Find the top of your hip bone and the bottom of your rib cage. This is the area where you're going to measure. Find the midway point between the two. Some people find that the belly button is a good guide, but beware, it is not always accurate. Next, breathe in, breathe out, relax. Accuracy is important, so make sure you don't hold your stomach in. Once you have found the midway point, hold one end of the tape measure against your body, wrap it around until the 2 points meet. Make sure that the tape is straight and taut, but not tight. Let it sit snugly around your waist. All that is left now to do is to make a note of your measurement. You can always get someone to help if you like. They can hold the tape measure and record your result. So now you have a number. What does this mean? This depends on your gender and ethnicity. Women should be no more than 80 centimeters or 31.5 inches. Most men should be no more than 94 centimeters or 37 inches, while men from Southeast Asia should be no more than 90 centimeters or 35 inches. And Diabetes UK has plenty of information to help you reduce your waist measurement. Unfortunately, there are no quick fixes when it comes to reducing your waist size. It comes down to healthy eating and moving more. Start by setting realistic and achievable goals to suit your lifestyle. Diabetes UK are always there to help. So to recap, stand up, take your tape, wrap it around, write it down, and take action.
So how much weight loss are we looking for you to achieve? Research in diabetes and weight loss shows us that a 5% weight loss in someone with diabetes can have significant benefits on blood glucose control, cholesterol levels, and blood pressure. However, if you are aiming for remission of type 2 diabetes, we know from studies that it is recommended you lose anything between 10 to 15% of your body weight. Remission of type 2 diabetes means that blood glucose levels have returned to a healthy level without the individual needing to take any diabetes medication. The term remission is used as this is not a reversal of the condition or a cure, as it can come back. Evidence suggests that the key to remission is weight loss as close to diagnosis as possible. Healthy Helpings aims for a 10 to 15% weight loss over a 6-month period. Since carbohydrate has the biggest impact on your blood glucose levels, we need to help you identify the types of carbohydrate in your diet and the portion size on your plate, so that you can become more carbohydrate aware. So let's have a look at the different types of carbohydrate. There are 3 different types of carbs. These are starchy carbohydrates, which include bread, rice, pasta, potatoes, and cereals. Natural sugars, lactose in milk and yogurt, and fructose in fruit and fruit juices. Then there is refined sugar, such as cakes, sweets, biscuits, chocolates, and sugary drinks. Carbohydrates are our main energy provider, so we need to eat some form of carbohydrate at breakfast, lunch, and evening meal in appropriate portion sizes, which we will come on to later. When we eat any type of carbohydrate, sugar, natural or starchy, our body digests it and breaks it down to sugars. The sugar is then absorbed into the bloodstream, and this is where the term blood sugar comes from. So if you want to control your blood glucose and manage your weight, you need to become more aware of the type of carbohydrate and the portion size on your plate. It's important to have a balance of enough carbohydrate to provide us with energy, but not too much to cause high blood sugars. So let's have a look at what a normal portion size of starchy carbohydrate is. A good guide is the size of your fist, or by using the portion plate model, which shows a quarter of your plate is carbohydrate, a quarter of your plate is meat, and filling up on half a plate of veg. Depending on the size of your fist or the size of your plate, this would equate approximately to 50 to 75 grams of carbohydrate. If you want to learn more about calculating your carbohydrate portion, then you can use the nutrition label of the food or use the Carb and Calorie Counter book or app. Both the book and app allow you to find your food, choose the closest portion size to yours, and it tells you the carbohydrate content. So let's have a little game of higher and lower. See how many you get right and how many carbohydrate contents surprise you. The other thing we need to consider is the type of carbohydrate and its glycemic index. So what is glycemic index? The glycemic index is a rating system for foods containing carbohydrates. It shows how quickly or slowly each food affects your blood sugar or glucose level when that food is eaten on its own. Carbohydrate foods that are broken down quickly by your body and cause a rapid increase in blood glucose have a high GI rating. Glycemic index is not an exact science, so we don't eat foods individually. However, the general concept is useful. Here are some examples. Low GI foods, those that are broken down slowly, keep you fuller for longer and have less impact on your blood sugars. These include granary bread, porridge, beans, pulses and lentils, whole wheat pasta and basmati rice. High GI foods, those that are broken down quickly and have a dramatic effect on your blood sugars, these include sweets, biscuits, etc. So even making switches to lower GI carbohydrate, for example, to granary bread from white, from cornflakes to bran flakes or porridge, will all help you improve your blood glucose levels and your weight, as higher fibre foods fill you up more and for longer. Beware though, low GI foods also include high fat foods such as chocolate, chips, etc., which we would not recommend because if a food is high in fat, it is also high in calories, so will have an effect on your waistline. Natural sugar carbohydrates include fruit juice, milk and yogurts. Milk and yogurt contain natural sugar called lactose, and fruit contains natural sugar called fructose. Although these are natural sugars, they will still affect your blood glucose levels. Milk and yogurt provide our body with calcium and other essential nutrients, so we need 2 to 3 portions per day. One portion is equal to 200 ml of semi-skim milk, or 1 pot of diet or light yogurt. It is best to use your milk portion in cereal or in tea and coffee, but try not to drink it by itself. We would encourage you to choose skimmed or semi-skim milk and choose diet or light yogurts. Fruit provides our body with essential vitamins and minerals that are protective against heart disease and some cancers. 1 portion of fruit is equivalent to a handful of berries, an apple, orange, banana, etc. Fruit is a great snack between meals, or you could include it as a pudding after a meal. Just make sure you spread out your intake of fruit throughout the day. A small glass of fruit juice is also classed as a portion. However, it is important to keep it to 1 small glass per day and have it along with a meal, so it doesn't cause a rapid spike in blood glucose levels. Watch out for smoothies though, as they contain more than 1 portion and often not much fibre, so will cause a rapid rise in blood sugars. We all know that sugary carbohydrate foods are high in sugar and can also be high in fat and calories, so these foods should be classed as an occasional treat. If you are having something sweet, it is better to tag it on at the end of a meal so it has less impact on your blood glucose levels. Reducing these foods will also benefit you if you're trying to lose weight, as it will help reduce your calorie intake. We are a nation that do like to have cups of tea or coffee between meals, and usually this means having a biscuit or snack along with it. Snacks between meals are generally because of habit rather than feeling hungry. If you are someone who has a long gap between meals, for example 6 a.m. to 1 p.m, or if you have a very physical job, then you may need a small snack. However, the general advice would be to have 3 meals per day. As you can see from the first diagram, and as we have already discussed, each time you eat carbohydrate at a meal, your blood glucose levels rise, then come back down to normal levels before the next meal. As you can see in the second diagram, if someone adds snacks, or as we say in Grampian, fly cups, in between meals, say for example a biscuit, scone, pancake, toast, chocolate, etc., the blood glucose levels just keep being topped up and they never get a chance to return to normal levels. If you are hungry between meals, choose fruit, nuts, seeds, and make sure you are keeping your fluid intake up with water and sugar-free diluting drinks. Biscuits, cakes, chocolate, etc. should be seen as an occasional treat. We have now reached the end of our Diabetes for Healthy Helpings session. Key points to remember from this session include the importance of losing weight, especially abdominal fat, to help reduce any insulin resistance. 5 to 15% weight loss is known to have huge benefits for your biochemistry and reduce your risk of future complications. Be carb aware. Consider the type of carbohydrate on your plate, the portion size and its glycemic index. Portion size: fist size of carbohydrate or quarter of your plate. And lastly, snacks. No need for snacks. However, if hungry, choose fruit, 1 tablespoon of nuts or seeds. If you would like more information on diet and type 2 diabetes, please visit these websites and apps. That brings us to the end of our diabetes session for Healthy Helpings. We hope you have found this beneficial and thank you for watching.